Welcome back to the Headbangers Ball, out and about on the streets of London. Just before the break there, I was talking to Big House outside the famous Marquee Club in London. And right now I've caught up with Ugly Kid Joe, and I'm very pleased to welcome Whitfield and Klaus to MTV Europe and of course London. Hi, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Kicking back with MTV Europe.
Now, we first met up with you guys at the Foundations Forum in Los Angeles last October, and that was when the buzz was just beginning to happen for the band.
You're the first person who ever interviewed us.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's my claim to fame then. And has it kind of been like a roller coaster ride since then? Do you feel in control of everything that's happening to you?
I think that everything definitely is moving really fast, but for the better. We definitely have to do a lot of things quicker than we'd like to, but it seems like almost sometimes with this band you always have to pressure us into something to get something accomplished, so everything's working out for the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, why did you decide to release the EP, As Ugly As They Want to Be, before a full-length studio album, bearing in mind that you probably wanted to keep the best songs for the record, the main record?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Also, we wanted some experience in the studio and touring, so we decided to do something for cheap, not just spend a big chunk of money right off the bat on an album. Instead, do something cheap, do a small tour of the U.S., and then come back and do our real album. It worked out. We were just thinking of selling maybe 20,000, getting a buzz going, and just in the U.S., but then it did well in the U.S., so we released it worldwide, and now we finally did our album.
And Ugly As They Want to Be has done brilliantly in both America and Europe, so that's really great. I mean, you guys, you're from California, but not from Los Angeles. Do you think that that's actually been to your advantage, not coming from like a scene town like that?
I definitely think that if you're in the environment where there's a lot of bands and there's a lot of that's the whole thing, like let's say Hollywood, I think that you could become a bit jaded without a doubt, and almost like disfocused in what you basically set out to do. So with us, we never really set out to do much. We just, we're playing in a band and everything kind of just happened. But yeah, I definitely think if you're in a big music mecca, that it could be for the best, but I think for us it would have been for the worst, because we've definitely kept our roots and what we're all about. So.
I mean, you have an obvious sense of humour, and it seems that you're not really afraid to even mock yourselves. Do you think that naivety and freshness is kind of part of your appeal?
Sure. I don't know. So what do you think?
Well, yeah. I mean, but how are you going to keep that? Because of the ravages of the music industry.
We have no choice. It'll always be there. It's the way we are.
I just keep on watching Sesame Street.
Is that your inspiration?
Yeah. Snuffleupagus.
Okay, well, we're going to talk some more a little later on, but actually you can see the video for Everything About You on the rest of MTV all the time. So because this is Headbangers Ball, we're going to show you another video from the EP, As Ugly As They Want to Be, and we're going to see Madman. I am pleased to say that Whitfield and Klaus are still with me on the Headbangers Ball in London, and just a little while ago you saw the video for Madman. Now, Whitfield has been telling me that there is actually another version which we're going to get for you hopefully another time on the Headbangers Ball. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we did initially the video was that live footage that you guys probably just saw, but we did a concept one as well with I don't know if everyone's familiar with a band called Scatterbrain, but Tommy Christ, the lead singer, is kind of scary looking. If not very scary looking.
And he was the madman.
Yeah, he's the madman. It's really funny and cool and kind of awkward, but from what I hear, like, you guys don't have a bunch of constrictive laws on what you should be playing, which is much better than the United States, so we'll probably get that for you as soon as we can.
Now, Ugly Kid Joe has become known for the song Everything About You, which is a really fun, witty song. Great video as well.
Witty?
Witty,
like
yes, like Whitfield. Are you at all concerned that song is going to become like a musical millstone around your neck, rather like Extreme, More Than Words, or Mr. Big? Those ballads sort of labelled them in a way. Are you worried that this song might have a similar effect?
I think that if anything, that's one song opened a huge door for us for the album. We did exactly what we set out to do, if not more. We set out to make a cheesy little EP and get out there and use it as a catalyst to make a fan base. And instead of a small fan base, we got like a larger, like the world knows what's up. So if anything, I look at it, my glass is always half full, and it's just a giant open door for the album.
But you are more serious, you have got a serious side as well, haven't you?
What's your definition of serious?
Yes, we are very serious musicians. We will change the metal world forever.
Now, you also just changed guitarist.
Yeah.
Roger La.
Roger La left the band.
Yeah.
And we
What's the
got-
story?
It was just creative differences, you know, as a lot of bands have. We really mutual. What is it?
Dissatisfaction.
That's our new thing we say, mutual dissatisfaction. Anyway, so we got a guy named Dave Fortman who is very southern oriented. He's a southern fried guitar player. He's from Covington, Louisiana. He's really put what I've wanted over the top, you know, like that one certain thing that was always missing in my back of my mind when I listened to the band was some of the guitar work. So now we got exactly what we want, and I'm happy.
Good. I mean, are you concerned at all about growing up in public and that things are happening really, really quickly for
Growing
you?
what in public?
Growing up, and that maybe the band may not be allowed to develop in a more natural way. Does that concern you?
Not really. I mean, all our dreams are coming true at once. Like, for instance, we're on tour with Ozzy in the States right now, and that's like, I mean, Klaus and I grew up together, and like Ozzy's basically our hero. So I mean, I don't know. I'm happy.
No complaints.
No way. This is it. I'm in
And-
England. God damn.
And talking of Ozzy, of course, you do a cover of Sweet Leaf on the EP. What do you love about Ozzy?
Number one, just, you know, the basic music he's put out over 20 years. Number two, probably his longevity, and just, you know, the whole thing that surrounds him. You know, it's kind of like,
He's a real character, isn't he?
yeah, I love him to death.
He's a really nice guy. Okay, well, just for you,
Okay.
we are going to see the brand new video
Mr.
from
Tinkerman?
from Ozzy Osbourne about a rather nasty character.
Tinker Train?
Yes, Mr. Tinker Train, especially for Ugly Kid Joe. We've got a few more moments to talk to Klaus and Whitfield from Ugly Kid Joe on the Headbangers board. And I was wondering, due to the success of the EP, do you feel under any pressure, did you feel under any pressure to record the album America's Least Wanted?
The only pressure I felt was that we had to go out on tour within 2 months. You know, so we had 2 months to do it, so we had to have it done by 2 months. So that was the only pressure I really felt. And then we didn't finish it, of course. And so when we were out on tour, we were flying in on the off dates, like 10 off dates. So that was kind of tiring, but you know, it's what we love. So I mean, it's good pressure, you know.
And I believe that you recorded the EP in about 6 days,
Yeah.
so you had a lot longer time in the studio relative to that. How did you put that to good use, Klaus?
Well, the funny thing is we wrote like 3 or 4 of the songs a few days before we went in the studio. So in the studio, it was like we were working this stuff out. So right now we've got to learn the stuff we recorded because we really don't know what we did. So we have 2 days to rehearse here in London to learn the stuff to play on Thursday. Well, then again.
Good luck. I mean, could you give us a little preview of the album, because we haven't really heard anything of it in
What's it
Europe
like?
yet?
What's it
Yeah, tell us a bit about it.
It's pretty diverse. Like, I don't know if you could put your finger on it. Like, for instance, Dave, the new guitar player, wrote a song on it called Busy Bee, which is very southern fried, and so that's, you know, that's got that. We got a, you know, definite metal, chun 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 stuff on it.
I think that's Klaus, isn't it?
What?
That's his influence, the really metally stuff.
metal stuff, heavy metal, cliche number 5,000. And then of course we did a version of Cats of the Cradle, Harry Chapin song, and we have sitar on that and the whole 9 yards. And then a girl that sings for this band called Halfway Home, sings a lot of backups on it, like the all the girl stuff. So I don't know, it's pretty neat. I like it a lot. And wait, and Mark Dodson produced it.
And everybody in England should buy him
Buy
a beer.
Mark Dodson, get him a beer.
What about Rob Halford? I think he pops up on it somewhere.
Rob, it's okay. I guess Mark Dodson and Rob had worked together on Defenders of the Faith and Sin After Sin a long time ago. And somehow, you know, I was like, wow, you know Rob. I just wanted to hear Rob's stories, you know, to tell you the truth, because you know, he's great. And then he just came to the studio one day, and we were all ask him if he'll sing on that album. Come and ask him. And Rob generally, I guess, doesn't do that. And we have a song called The Goddamn Devil, which he sang upon. And he sings you know, I got to sing the choruses with him, and I actually got to do a scream with him. Like, he got to scream, and I got to scream with him. So, and that was pretty much a fantastic thing. Like, I was sitting in the studio pushing the button with Rob had the headphones on, and I got to, you know, produce what he was doing. I was all, a little more like this, Rob, just a little more. And he's all, whatever you want, whatever you want. And I was all, yeah.
Brilliant.
So that was great.
Now, what are your plans now when you're playing the Town and Country Club here, making your live debut in London? Then do you go back out on the road with Ozzy? Is that right?
Yeah, well, I think we're out to the end of September with Ozzy.
When can we expect to see you like on a full European
I'd
tour?
probably say after the Ozzy tour. You know, probably either come out here all alone or hook up with a band, open forum or whatever. I don't know.
Okay. And the first video from America's Least Wanted is the track Neighbour.
Yeah.
And when can we hope to see that video?
It's a bit
August, I think.
middle August.
Yeah.
Yeah, middle August.
Well, we shall announce any further European dates of Ugly Kid Joe on the Headbangers Ball, and of course you can expect to see the video as soon as it is available. So thank you guys
Thank
for
you.
talking to me, and good luck with America's Least Wanted. I think you may end up being America's Most Wanted.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you. Right now we are going to take another commercial break on the Headbangers Ball, and then guess what? After that we're going to be crossing over 6,500 miles over the Atlantic, because the next part of the show, in fact the rest of the show, will be coming to you from Las Vegas, and we're going to be meeting up with Slaughter and our Wildlife Weekend with Slaughter competition winner Carl Drover from Tamworth in the UK, and he's going to be having his Wildlife Weekend with the band. So please stay tuned for the Headbangers Ball, coming to you from that crazy city, Las Vegas, right after this next break.